Welcome, nominee, to our today event. You are in the Committee of Transport, Road Transport and Public Works. We are carrying on our constitutional mandate, and before I give my opening remarks, I would like us to open with a word of prayer. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the office of the leaders and county assembly for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, welfare of our county and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen. So once again, honorable members, nominee, and the people in the gallery, we have our secretariat. I wish also to greet you again, once again, and to welcome you to this sitting of the committee. And today we are convened to fet Mr. Simon Chirchir for the appointment as the Chief Officer in the Department of Public Works and Transport. And this process is guided by the Constitutions of Kenya 2010, Chapter 6, that is the County Government Act 2012, the Public Appointment County Assemblies Approval Act 2017, and the standing orders of this House, County Assembly of Bomet. And the purpose of these, honorable members, is to assess the nominees' suitability for the office, taking into consideration his personal integrity, qualification, professional experience, ability to implement policies, execute budgets, manage the public resources, and to uphold ethical standards as required by the law. Now, this is how we shall carry out this activity. The nominee will first, we shall swear in our nominee and to introduce himself and also to provide a brief overview of his personal and professional background. Thereafter, the committee members will also get time to introduce themselves and to ask him some questions structured around his approval or approved vetting framework. So the nominee, you're expected to respond truthfully, concisely, and to the best of your knowledge. And the committee may also seek clarification on any document submitted or responses given during this session. So I think I will ask our legal person to take us through the swearing of nominee. Sorry, I'm not talking about the swearing. It's taking oath. We are not supposed to swear, but kindly.
I, Chirchir Simon Kipto, do swear that the evidence that I shall give in matter under consideration of this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you very much.
As he's signing the oath, I wish also that honorable members, we can as well introduce ourselves. Nominee Chirchir, I'm Honorable Peter Mutai, Chair to this committee, and also member of the County Assembly representing Sikor Ward in Chepalungu Sub-County. Welcome. Vice Chair.
Okay, good morning. I'm Ruto Richard, MC representing Chemaner Ward and Vice Chair to this committee.
I'm Nathan Kibet, MCA representing Kapletunda Ward and a member to this committee.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Jafet Chiruyot, MCA representing Bomas Ward and a member of the committee. Welcome.
I am Josephat Kipkirui, member of County Assembly representing Singorwet Ward, also a member to this committee.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Evelyn Sang, a member to this committee.
Yes, Secretariat.
Nominee, colleagues, good morning. I am Silas Rob. I serve as the clerk to this committee. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aaron Ngeno, Legal Counsel.
Good morning. My name is Timothy Korir. I am a research officer, part of the Secretariat attached to this committee. Thank you very much.
Good morning, members. I'm Alan Rob, a member of the Committee Service Department in the Assembly.
Yes, answer.
My name is Irene Ruto.
Thank you. Yes, Secretary.
I'm very good, Secretary.
Thank you. The second part is for the nominee to give us his credentials and also the clearance, his document. And the list here is your identity card or the passport, compliance certificate from the Kenya Revenue Authority, KRA, clearance certificate from Higher Education Loan Board, clearance certificate from Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, certificates of good conduct from the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, clearance from respective professional bodies, clearance certificate from Credit Reference Bureau, CRB, accreditations from the Commissions of University Education for Foreign Degree, if applicable. The research and the Secretariat is verifying. We can also proceed. Kindly, when I declare nominee, I wish also to request that I also give you this chance to tell this committee whom you are, whether you've been working elsewhere. Tell us who you are.
With your permission, Chair, before the nominee,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I want to register a conflict of interest, Chair, by saying that the nominee is from my ward and is a relative to me, so I want to remain as Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Jafet. Is noted, and it's good because you have been here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other person? Any other person? Thank you,
you can. Thank you, Chair, for the opportunity. My name is Chirchir Simon, as I had stated earlier. I'm a resident of Embamas Ward. Thank you, my area representative. I am a graduate in electrical and communications engineering from Moi University. I have had a career in engineering spanning for over 15 years since I graduated in 2008. I have worked in different capacities in different companies in Kenya. Lately, up to the last one I worked with was Kenya Power and Lighting Company. I rose through the ranks from a junior engineer to the level of a branch in charge. And coincidentally, I was working as a branch in charge, Sotik branch, which is in this county of Bomet. I think that is a brief introduction about myself, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Chirchir. Kindly state your net worth and provide a brief explanation of how it has been acquired.
Thank you, Chair. My net worth is approximately 9 million shillings. This is what I have acquired through my working career for the last 15 years. This is in terms of both fixed assets and movable assets that I have. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I wish also to ask you another question that since you have mentioned and the committee has noted that your academic and professional backgrounds appearance more inclined towards electrical and communication engineering rather than public works and transport. And could you convince the committee of the relevance of your education, training, and experience to the portfolio for which you have applied?
Thank you, Chair.
To kindly nominee, I want to give you some questions and then you will answer later. So I've said one, you could convince the committee of the relevance of your education, training, and experience to the portfolio for which you have applied. 2, other than seeking employment opportunity, what motivated you to apply the positions that you are being vetted today? 3, enumerates to this committee the roles of the chief officer in respect to the positions of the chief officer, transports and public works. And finally, the committee notes that you are previously filed for political office in 2022. Considering that the positions you have applied for requires a non-partisan approach and prioritizations of all citizens' interests, how would you ensure that any future political ambitions do not affect your ability to deliver effectively in this role? Thank you. You can tackle those few questions.
Thank you, Chair. On question number one on the relevance of my engineering training and development to the post I'm being vetted for. First of all, in engineering, you tackle projects in terms of initiation, design, costing, documentation, including bidding and tendering. In terms of supervision of projects, I know this post of public works and transport involves a lot of supervision of constructions or office spaces for the county. That is in line with what we do as engineers as we develop our careers. I have also worked in a company where we were only doing development and implementation of projects. That one is in line with the development of documentation for all the projects that the county and especially the department will be handling. I have also worked at a national level where I was overseeing regions. That gave me an ability of having a bird's eye view on what is happening in different regions of the country. And I know the county is also subdivided up to the ward level. And by having that bird eye view, I'll be able to implement all the strategies to the ward level where it touches the common man. I will go to question number 2, Chair, on what motivated me to applying for this job apart from employment. I have had a career where I have done the engineering part, but in my career I also felt that I should serve our people in other capacities. I have also developed my leadership skills as documented there by handling other public offices which concerns our people and also handles resources from government. My motivation comes from satisfying what our people want, not necessarily from the technical perspective, but improving their lives in our day-to-day activities. I will go to the third question, Chair, where you stated that you asked me the roles of a CEO. Chief officer, his prime duty is to be the authorized officer in that department and is in charge of one, administration of that department. I say administration, I mean including the staff and every operation in that department, that will be public works and transport. Number 2, I will be in charge of development and implementation of budgets for the department. I will also administer finances for that department. Number 4, the role of a CEO is to develop strategic plans for the department. And then number 5, there are already existing policies and plans in the department that a CEO is supposed to oversee implementation of the same. I will also be able to champion national values, because where we work with different people from different regions, different religions, and at times different races. And I will champion those national values that gives everybody a fair or an equitable chance either to grow or to be absorbed in county government. Finally, the question number 4 was on my past ambition as a politician in the recent election. It is true, and I declare, because it is a decision I made and I'm proud of that time, with the intention of serving our people at different capacities. For this case, I am lucky I was contesting in only one corner of this county. And I know what position I'm going for now is for the whole county. So I will shelve my corner ambition and serve the whole county of Bomet without favor, because I know the resources here are for all the sub-counties and all the wards of this county. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Bwana Chirchir. Now it is can give you honorable members opportunity to ask some question to nominee. Yes, Honorable Evelyn.
Thank you, Chair. To our nominee, Mr. Simon Chirchir, I would like to ask you some 3 questions concerning leadership. 1, have you ever faced a potential conflict of interest in a past role? If so, how did you identify and resolve it? In a scenario where a company associated with bids for tender and works, and you are in the evaluation committee, how would you approach this situation? That is 1. Question 2. What leadership approaches you to adopt to transform a department that has been facing challenges such as poor supervision, low staff morale, and inefficiency? Question number 3. How will you build a performance-driven culture within the department to enhance service delivery? Thank you.
Yes, nominee, you can answer those 3 questions from Honorable Evelyn.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Mheshimiwa. Question number 1 is on conflict of interest, and if I have ever had an opportunity to be in such a situation. Yes, Chair, I have handled cases where there is conflict of interest. And number 1, where there is conflict of interest, as a public officer, you should declare the conflict of interest, which so I did in that case. That answers the second part of it. Mheshimiwa asked me, what will you do in that case? If there is a company that is either I am affiliated to or I have interest in. Number 1, if there is a company that is affiliated to me, when I'm a public officer, CEO in public works, if the company has my name, I will not allow it to be in the process, because definitely, even if the process is fair in the public eye, you cannot be convinced that the same person who was evaluating did a fair evaluation to the same name. I know there are challenges of people using proxies, and it is very hard for people to determine who is behind the company. But Mheshimiwa, I promise to uphold the highest standards of professionalism in my duty as a CEO for the department. Number 2, on the approaches of my leadership skills on a department that has had poor performance and low staff motivation. Poor performance is attributed to 1, laxity, 2 is lack of skills alignment, or lack of motivation to the team. When I come in as a CEO, or my leadership strategy that will change this is, number 1, we will do a skill set analysis or research with my team, so that we place each skill in the department where it is required. We have had cases where people are given duties which they do not have capacity to do. That one, definitely you will get poor results. Poor results result to poor relationship between now whoever is in charge and the staff. So once we do placement skill, which with a coordination with other departments of the county, that can be done. Number 2, we will have a performance-based culture where anybody who is outstanding is given an award or is recognized. Of course, when you say award, people may think we will give cash awards, but even recognition boosts morale of staff. I will also endeavor to do training and development of the staff in my departments. That will change how they feel recognized and appreciated by the county government of Bomet through the departments. You have also asked a third question which correlates with the first one on performance culture. To build a performance culture is to start by getting the good skill sets, and then training, matching the skill to what is required to do, and then finally rewarding. And the reward may not come in material, but even in promotion of staff in every department or sector. That one also, it's in collaboration with other departments because it requires resources and the career growth of all the county staffs. Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Bwana Chirchir. Any other person? Honorable member? Yes, Vice Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Chair. And also let me take this opportunity also to welcome the nominee. I know you have explained earlier on your introduction. You elaborated much on the functions of the department, and I want you to maybe briefly tell this committee on the Governor's executive orders which provides for the organization of the county department, assignment of specific function, and the clarification of mandates and reporting structures. In this regard, I will ask you, could you outline to this committee the function assigned to the Department of Public Works and Transport as set out in the Governor's executive order? That is 1. 2, if appointed, what measures will you put in place to ensure the effective implementation and fulfillment of these functions? Number 3, nominee, part of the departmental roles assigned by the governor is generation of revenue. How will you ensure that your department generates revenue if approved?
Thank you, Vice Chair. On question number 1 on Governor's executive order and the functions of public works and transport. I know the executive order provides or gives departments and gives each department each function. As for public works and transport, function number 1 is mechanical and electrical works for all the public facilities or in public spaces. Number 2 is machinery, management of assets and machinery for the county. Number 3 is provision of shared facilities for the county officers. Number 4, development of budget and implementation of policies for the 2 sectors you have mentioned, public works and transport. And then remuneration staff in that department. There are other functions. I know the county has workshops and machinery there. So we should have running workshops, and then we have policies to maintain both the equipment and machinery. You have also asked me on effective, the strategies that I will put in place so that we implement the executive order functions. Number 1, I will ensure that there is proper supervision of personnel in my department, so that every personnel is accounted for at any given time by the supervisor. Number 2, for these strategies to work, as I had stated earlier, Mheshimiwa, workshops, for example, must have a strategic plan and must have a policy on what to have if it is spare parts. We must have a management system of all those spare parts. Number 3, we must have a system that probes and checks on due dates for inspection and maintenance of equipment on site. As I will also be managing transport, I will make sure that we have a system that all the machinery and the assets can be traced to curb wastage and increase efficiency, so that the people of Bomet can have value for the money for the equipment invested in. Question number 3 on generation of revenue. First, the department is charged to enable other departments. For example, public works is an enabler of the other departments. Comes to transport, Chair, when we use the county equipment effectively and efficiently, we save the county the money that should have been used to hire other equipment or to acquire equipment. In itself is a hidden revenue generation for the county, because it minimizes the expenditure in the county. I will also liaise with my other CEOs and other departments to identify revenue generation strategies, and we implement together. Most importantly, Chair, I will ensure I have an all-inclusive approach of the policies and plans, since the department, as I have stated, is an enabler or is a prime mover to other departments. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Any other honorable member?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I also want to ask the nominee the specific role that he will play in the county's budget making process as a chief officer, and how will he ensure that the department priorities are effectively captured in the budget while aligning with the county's overall development agenda. Number two, often as an assembly we normally appropriate funds to departments, but at times we see minimal impact in the ward level. So in view of that, how will you ensure that the department budget is effectively implemented to realize the county's development priorities, especially those that directly impact on social and economic well-being of Bomet residents? Again, what specific mechanisms will you put in place to guarantee that budget allocation translates into tangible projects and services that improve the daily lives of people of Bomet? And again, given the limited resources and competing needs across the county, what criteria will you use to prioritize projects during budget preparation and execution? Again, what role will stakeholder and community participation play in shaping and aligning the department's budget to real development needs? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, nominee.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Question number one on my role as a CEO on budget making process. I would say as a CEO, I am the vision bearer of the department. And my role now will be to coordinate all the subsectors or the sectors of the department to align their programs to the vision or mission of the department. So as a CEO, I will coordinate and make sure that every department develops a plan that comes with budget for that particular plan that sums up to the main vision of my department. So I will coordinate in good time so that all the budget estimates from different programs, from different subsectors are brought and aligned to the vision of the department. I will also ensure that in the implementation of the same, we strictly adhere to the programs that have been prioritized in the budget and budget making process. Mheshimiwa, you've raised an issue on appropriation of funds and the impact at ward level, which may not be noticed. I want to put it this way, that as a CEO, I will ensure that there is a policy that every program that has been designed or brought equitably from all the corners of this county is adhered to. On specific mechanisms on how I will do this, immediately I assume office, I will use the resources that are in office to enable my team of engineers and inspectors to do regular inspection of all the projects and programs that are running in different wards of our county. As I said, my dream is to have a ward level way of managing both staff and projects, so that at that ward level, even mwananchi can raise their concern or appreciate whenever a program is implemented. So I will ensure that there is regular inspections done by the team we are working with. There is a concern on how I'm going to prioritize projects or plans for the county. There are programs that are inevitably must be done. Such are emergency cases where people cannot move or where there is a possible danger. Those one, of course, cannot wait and they have to be implemented. This is intertwined on the issue of consultative leadership and public participation, which is enshrined in our constitution. Our programs will be from the bottom level upwards, so that the common man can also, or the people of Bomet can also give us their priorities at village level. And through their representatives, honorable members of this house, we are able to prioritize projects that will bring immediate impact both to Bomet County and at large our country, because largely we are farmers, and our inputs also affects the national cake. So the priorities will come from people, their representation, which is MCS in this house, honorable members, and then we align with the national dream. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, thank you, nominee. Any other honorable member? Yes, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to ask the nominee 3 questions surrounding fiscal discipline and accountability. As we are aware, Chair, pending bills have remained a recurring challenge across the public sector in Kenya, including county government departments. I'd like to ask the nominee 1 to kindly explain the circumstances that contribute to the accumulation of pending bills and share his opinion or his view on this issue. 2, should this committee approve your appointment, what fiscal strategies would you implement to avoid accumulation of pending bills within your department? And number 3, how do you enhance internal controls within the department to promote efficiency, accountability, and prudent use of resources? Thank you, Chair.
Yes, thank you, Mheshimiwa. Any other comment? Any other question?
Honorable Chair, I think the nominee can answer that one before we proceed to other questions.
Oh, yes, nominee. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, member, for raising this issue of pending bills. What causes pending bills in our counties? Number 1 is late preparation of documents. 1 is raising of certificates for work done. If the certificates are not raised in good time, then they become time-barred in terms of meeting the timelines for payment. Number 2 is late development of bill of quantities. That should be the first one, because if each department can bring a request for this particular one to the Department of Public Works, you bring a request for BQ in good time, then it can be raised in good time, and the work can start in good time and paid before it becomes a pending bill. At times also, these pending bills emanate from our own overestimation of our income. Because once you estimate your income, you will incur expenditure expecting. So if you don't meet your target raising revenue, definitely you will go to that situation of pending bills. How do we avoid this? As a department, we will champion, because we are the ones responsible for developing these documents. We will champion that all the departments with their plans the documents are brought to the department for preparation in good time. Number two, we will also try as much as possible to utilize the resources that are available to us so that we do not commit to what we cannot afford. We will also, now on the strategies you have asked on the first question, how are we going to avoid this in the future? Number one is strictly adhering to the budget, and number two is having regular inspection. I will empower my team so that we get regular reports on the projects. Number three, which cuts across all the departments and we'll try to champion, is to do a thorough vetting of the contractors or service providers, since at times you give a service provider too much work that they cannot handle and they cannot finish in good time to allow us prepare documentation for payment. So going forward, we will do a thorough vet and we give each contractor what their experience and ability is able to handle.
Yes, thank you, nominee. Do we still have, before that, allow me, nominee, to recognize one of our friends, Honorable Victor. You can introduce yourself as a friend to this committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and welcome our nominee. By name, Sam Victor Rob, nominated MCA, Bomet County Assembly. Thank you, Chair.
Welcome. Any other question, honorable members?
Okay, thank you very much again, Chairman, and the nominee. Nominee, I know once you are approved by this county assembly of Bomet, I know you will be running a department which public resources are. I know you will be managing the public resources there, and as the accounting officer there, the county government has invested in a fleet of heavy county owned and hired additional tipper for roads construction and maintenance. However, despite this investment, the state of roads in the county remains unsatisfactory, largely due to poor management practice in machine utilization, fuel management, poor maram management, laxity on the part of machines operators, and weak supervision by the department. What strategies will you employ to address these challenges and improve staff morale so as to enhance efficiency and effectiveness of machine operations? Number two, what strategies will you employ to strengthen accountability in the management of departmental assets and equipment to maximize efficiency and minimize wastage? Thank you, Chair.
Yes, nominee.
Thank you, Chair, for the opportunity, and thank you, member. On the issue of public resources in the department, in particular, machinery, fuel, maram, and weak supervision. I will start by using the last one, which is supervision, which I have stated that I will ensure that in the department there is strict supervision and efficient supervision for all the works that are going on across the county. On the issue of maram, Mheshimiwa and team, one, we should as a county have a material testing for suitability of our quarries and maram to do quality roads. I will champion together with relevant national authorities. We have testing of materials. We get the best maram and materials for constructing our roads. I will also ensure that there is a policy on handling the county equipment and machinery that has been acquired. That policy will give time allocation for each ward of this county. It will also give fuel allocation to particular ward of our county, so that we ensure that when the equipment are in a particular ward, they spend time and use enough budget for fuel in that ward, and we achieve great results from the equipment we have acquired. I also know that the people who are operators or the drivers of this equipment and machinery also need to be given motivation or enough morale. So we will put in place strategies and measures where the operators also feel they are appreciated from what they are doing. Cases where we have temporary staff, for example, we will put a mechanism as a team and ensure that any staff who is operating this equipment is also motivated and appreciated. On question number 2, on strategies on accountability of our assets, we will make sure as a department, or as a CEO, I will ensure that every asset of this county is identified and tagged. Every moving asset, we will develop a system where we have a tracking mechanism. We will also have a periodic inspection where the department has been given a machinery or a vehicle. From time to time, as a department in charge of this, we will carry out inspection to ensure suitability and efficiency of that machinery or equipment that has been given. In terms of fuel, to avoid wastage also, every department will be tasked to account for per kilometer consumption or per liter, how long it goes, if it is a moving asset, or running hours for an equipment. We will have all reports that are generated periodically, and I will champion, as in charge of the department, that every subsector to give us reports on usage of fuel and usage of machinery, so that we serve our great people of Bomet. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, nominee. I think we have exhausted some questions, or do we still have any other person? Yes, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. And maybe the final question. The CEC, or the county executive committee member, normally provides policy direction, while a CEO is responsible for implementation as provided by under the County Governments Act. If approved, what policy directions or proposals would you recommend or support for the consideration? The department has been allocated funds for 3 consecutive years, financial years, that is 2022, 2023, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, for the development of public works policy. However, no draft policy has been submitted to the Assembly for approval. If given a chance or if approved for this position, within what time frame will you commit to finalizing and submitting the policy to the Assembly? And number 3, beyond the public works policy, what other sectoral policies, regulations, or guidelines do you consider necessary to strengthen service delivery within the departments of roads, public works, and transport? Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Yes, nominee.
Thank you, Chair. On the first question, has 2 parts on which policy will I champion in the department. I will champion a fleet management policy. That fleet management policy encompasses fuel allocation, it encompasses time allocation and monitoring and management of the fleet in the department. On the issue of the funding for the last 3 years for the policy and timelines, I am going to deliver this. Mheshimiwa, to be honest, I will need to know, I said that my leadership will be consultative. I will need to know how far it has gone. And for me to answer that question very well, I need to study for the last 3 years what has been proposed and what has been the itches, so that we midwife the process so that we are able to present. So unless I know how far the policy is, I can be able to say the timelines. Number 3, what other regulations and guidelines am I going to adhere so that I ensure good performance in the department? There are human resource policies that I'm going to ensure that they are adhered to departments. That is one. And any other policy that may be passed from time to time that will assist us grow our manpower and deliver to the people. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, thank you. For the purpose of record, we have actually perused through your documents, and I wish to affirm that all the documents are valid, and I think you have been handed over, so you will check to ascertain that whether you have been given all your documents. For the honorable members, all the documents are valid, and therefore you have complied. And maybe I can give some few questions upon perusing your documents. We have noted that you left the service of KBMC the year 2022, the 1st of August, 8th of March 2022, after serving for a period of 11 years, 1 month, and on permanent and pensionable terms. Kindly, for the purpose of record, state the reason for the exiting the service. 2, maybe this one would be actually a follow-up question once you have been also considered by the county government of Bomet. I want you also to know that the county does not have a laboratory for testing materials. What will you do in England to ensure that the materials are tested within our county? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, for clarification and confirmation on my documentation. I appreciate it. Number 2, what was the reason for me exiting service? As I clear in my questionnaire, I contested for political position in 2022. And it was a requirement by law that all those who are taking political ambition for officers resign 6 months before an election. And that ties with the dates provided in my service certificate. The service certificate was issued in March, but the timelines was February, the exact date which I resigned. On the issue of material testing, thank you, Chair. I indicated that I will champion material testing, and to confirm what I said is that I will be in liaison with national facilities and departments so that we are able to use intergovernment relations and get the relevant ministry to give us assistance and get tests for products and materials in good time. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, our nominee. I think we are about to end, but before that, I would like to give you this chance. You can say your closing remarks to the committee.
Maybe one last one, Chair.
Oh, thank you. Honorable Chair,
Mr. Chair, Honorable Chair, as you are aware and well stated earlier on by the nominee, this is a department that is an enabler of other departments. And from experience, Chair, we've seen a lot of laxity when it comes to implementation of projects. And where the problem actually lies is the initiation of the projects. I would like to ask the nominee to once again reaffirm his commitment to streamline the department, since this is the same department that has the quantity surveyors, has the engineers who are supposed to do the costing and designs of various projects to be implemented across the departments. And so, Chair, it is important to hear from the nominee make a firm commitment to streamline the department so that in the near future projects will be done on time and to avoid the recurrence of pending bills. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chafet, for such a very good question. It's only to the nominee, it's our prayer that you'll be considered. So we are saying you answer such a question you have asked by Honorable Chafet only if you are considered. How will you react to what he has said? Because as now, we are preparing you to check or to acquit whether you will fit that position. So kindly answer that question if you will consider by the county government of Bomet.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you for that question. And it is also giving me information on what needs to happen in the county government of Bomet. If considered, I want to affirm what I said before, that I'm going to institute measures that will bring accountability of all staff in that department and all the equipment under that department. I'm saying the engineers and the quantity surveyors, we will also task them to give us regular reports on either project progress or project proposal and initiation. I had earlier on in my statement said, we as a department will champion timely submission of equipment from the departments that depend on this one. And by so doing, we will have a team that looks at all other departments and makes collaborative effort to bring the requests to the table in good time for us to process. This will eliminate honorable members blame game on late submission from other departments. Once we champion ourselves, early submission of requests, then I will task the team under me to deliver in good time. Thank you, and if given the chance, I will ensure there will be no complaint in the period I will be in the office. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, maybe I wish also to request you give us your closing remarks. If you have something to tell this committee.
Thank you, Chair. I want to first thank God for giving me this opportunity to be heard in this County Assembly of Bomet and committee in charge of roads, public works and transport. Number two, I want to thank the members for giving me this opportunity. It has enlightened me, it has built me. I will grow with the comments and questions that you have posed to me. Through the chair, I want to ask God to bless this team, and I look forward to working closely and harmoniously with the team here and the great people of Bomet County. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. I also, as the chair, thank you, nominee, for appearing before the committee, and the committee looks forward to a transparent and thorough vetting process actually aimed at ensuring that only qualified, competent and ethical persons are recommended for appointment as the chief officer in the county government of Bomet. We too wish you well, and may God bless you and guide you. Thank you. I think we can adjourn and